Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're an old friend, then welcome back. If you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel as a whole. I have a goal, and any goal without a timeline is just a dream, right? Okay, so my goal is to have 500 subscribers by the end of this year. Okay, so before 2025, before the new year. And I would really appreciate your all's help in helping me to get more subscribers. And the way to do that is interacting with the video, like, share, comment, sharing especially, because then more people can see, okay? And so I'd very much appreciate it. And if you can't do that, well, that's like the most basic. But if you would like to do more, to help me grow the channel and sow a seed into me and my family this Christmas, any help would be much appreciated. I'd love to get some new decks. I'm feeling like I have quite a few decks, but I'm just feeling like the energy's a little bit stagnant, so I'd like to kind of mix things up a little bit with some new decks. And if you would like to help me to be able to do that, I've got a Cash App information in the description box. Also, I give readings if you're interested, personal readings. And I just do a flat fee of $20. Like, I'm not going to charge you for more time. You know, the message is what it is and how it takes however long to come out that it takes. So if you have any specific questions or anything like that you'd like to have answered, just all that information is in the description box as well. Shoot me an email. Make the donation to the Cash App of $20, and we'll go from there. Okay? All right. I am so excited. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So we've got some interesting things going on here. One of the things that I want to point out is that, you know, we had a lot of eclipses. In 2024. In fact, I think from like over the last couple of years, there's been a whole lot of eclipses that, you know, some of you may know this already and some of you may not, but it makes like an X almost over America, specifically over like Nineveh, like different spots. It's just strange, to say the least, right? It's like, obviously it's like divinely orchestrated, okay, just at a minimum. And so what I find interesting is that we haven't had any eclipses since like April, I think, or no, maybe there may have been one, but the big one was like in April. And then I feel like that was also like a really big like manifestation portal time. Anyway, the next big one, I think, is coming in March of 2025. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think it's very interesting. I think it's going to be a big deal because sometimes, you know, when I'm off screen, I pull cards and stuff, and March keeps coming out, and I can't figure out why, and I think that might be why, especially because the eclipse cards that I have in my homemade decks keep popping out a lot too. So definitely something interesting is going to be happening energetically. I think surrounding or revolving around that eclipse. I think especially if you were doing any kind of energetic or portal work back in April of 2024, with like trying to eclipse certain people or energies or entities out of your life, I think that is going to, you know, be quite relevant in March. It's almost like, I think, well, because it's almost a whole year since that time. So I feel like, yeah, here, get you some. So I feel like it is maybe when we might start seeing the culmination, you know, or the effects of that energy work coming through into the real world, okay? So if you did any kind of, you know, the fact of the matter is, even if you didn't know you were doing it, you may have actually still been doing it. So just take a moment to think back and say, what was I doing Or is there anything important that may have happened back in April of 2024, right? Like, and if you were, you know, making big decisions, you know, changing jobs, changing locations, you know, breaking up with people, places, and things, right, kind of stuff, then you, whether you realize it or not, were actually doing energetic portal work. Because sometimes, you know, the divine will lead us to do things without us even realizing, right? Okay, so that being said, I'm going to start with this deck today. This is one of my mashup decks, okay? It's just two different like oracle decks that are like the same size, and I don't know, they're relatively the same, like, I don't know, artistically, but anyway. Yeah, sometimes I'll do like mashup decks and stuff because I feel like it helps bring in a stronger message, or brings in like more clarity. Okay, so we have three. Like I was just talking about March and the time machine, or yeah, time machine. So I definitely feel like there's something relevant about this eclipse in March. Maybe, you know, we talk about like timeline jumping and stuff like that a lot. I mean, not in great depth, because it's one of those things where like if you know, you know, and if you don't, well, then you need to, like, I don't know, do more research or watch more videos and just kind of get a better understanding. But basically what it comes down to is it's like, you know, affecting the timeline, right? The choices that you make have a ripple effect, right? And so it's like if you suddenly start consciously making different and or better choices, then you are changing the timeline, okay? Not just for you, but for everybody. And so if we all started doing that on a level of making better choices for not only yourself, but for everyone, right? Then the timeline would become better, right? Worldwide, okay? And that's the goal here. And oh, that was the other thing. I had a download about merging the timelines. And okay, so I had a download a long time ago about like two worlds colliding or merging, or like all of the timelines merging. And then it hit me that what that is all about with the timelines merging, the merging of the timelines, is when everybody starts, instead of acting in their own selfish interests, everybody starts making decisions and taking action towards doing what is best for everyone involved, especially children. Because the Bible says something about what you do for the least of them, you do for me, and like protecting the like the weak, the meek, the innocent, right? And there's no one in this world, okay, more vulnerable than women and children, especially women with children, okay? Especially like single mothers, okay? And their children. These are usually the children that are targeted for abuse and of all kinds, okay? And kidnappings, and okay, it's just, we have to start caring about the least of us, protecting the least of us, those who, you know, the fatherless and all that, right? Okay, it's in the Bible, okay? And so, yes, it's good to do all of those things that people in the churches do, like feed the homeless and the needy and all that, and you know, that's very important as well, but we need to be doing more to help protect and prevent the abuse of women and children, especially single women. and their children. Because once we start doing that, then that will have a ripple effect, right? These kids, because right now these kids, they're growing up with all these childhood wounds, unhealed childhood wounds. And so one of the things that we can do to get to this, you know, like best and highest good mega happy timeline, as one of the other readers I watch calls it, and her name is Allison Rose, by the way. You can check out her channel. She's a little bit, you know, out there, but it's because she, you know, her mind is completely unlocked to all possibilities. Yeah, so to get to the mega happy timeline, right, is when we're making decisions and we're doing things that help protect the most innocent, vulnerable, and we're doing the best, making decisions that help protect and prevent, okay? So these kids, they won't have as much to heal from when they become adults. And also when we're helping adults heal, you know, like the mothers and the fathers that are inadvertently, you know, harming these kids or having them grow up in these situations where they end up, you know, wounded. And the best way to do that is to prevent it, you know, to help get these kids into safe, happy, healthy homes, you know, and make sure that they are, you know, loved and protected, if not by their parents, then by us, okay? Right, and okay, so yeah, so we're talking about the March, and then we have the 25th, the 29th, and the 9th as far as dates, okay? So those may be important dates in March. Okay. And the roses kiss, breathe, and round and round. I'm not getting a whole lot off of these, so I'm just going to clarify. What's the roses kiss? Five of Cups. I mean that song. Kissed by a rose on the grave. Oh, the more of you I get up, the stranger that fills the air. Now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the room on again. What is that song? Is it? It's not like Boys to Men, or is it? Now I gotta look it up. Sorry, this is probably going to be a little bit longer and in-depth read. Seal. Okay, it's Seal. And let's see, where are the lyrics? There used to be a graying tower, alone on the sea, and you became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug, that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? I compare you to a kiss from a rose in the gray. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. So this is definitely well, either an unrequited love situation or a past love situation. Someone who you had a relationship with and broke up with, and they're obviously, you know, like pining for you, okay? And with the number 9 here, I'm getting that, you know, like this was for your best and highest good to like to no longer be with this person. But unfortunately for them, it leaves them in a place of like sadness and sorrow and like grief and regret, okay? Let's breathe. I'm also getting, this could be one of the catalysts, okay, for this time machine, timeline jumping change, okay? One of the big decisions, you know, that changed things. And these readings are, you know, timeless, past, present, and future. So if this isn't you, you know, if you don't have a relationship that's in the past, then this could be telling you that this is something that you need to do in order to make your timeline jump. So just take it as it applies to you at the time that you're watching this. Okay, so clarifying breathe, we have a King of Pentacles in the upright, a Page of Cups reverse, and a Four of Wands reverse. Okay, so there's a King of Pentacles in the upright with the Four of Wands reverse and the Page of Cups reverse. So what I'm getting is this is more of a King of Pentacles reverse, but they're just trying to hang on to that image, right, of being in the upright. It's like they're holding on for dear life because a lot of things about them are being exposed right now, deep things, with the Four of Wands here. One of the things that's being exposed is that they are emotionally immature and irresponsible, okay? And then personal celebration, conflict. Oh, they're having a lot of conflict with others, a lack of support, so a breakdown in communication, home conflict, transient. So they might be becoming homeless, or they might be homeless, or they might have been homeless with this being in the reverse. But yeah, so this is the King of Pentacles, possibly a business owner, father, husband, you know, an authority figure of some kind. I'm getting as well someone who likes to dish out discipline, which with these things reversed, and then probably most likely being a King of Pentacles in reverse that's just trying to hang on to their image and stay in the upright. I'm getting that this person has no business trying to discipline other people because they have no self-discipline. And if you have no self-discipline, then should you really be, you know, trying to discipline other people? Because first you have to, like, you know, be solid in yourself before you can start, you know, teaching or reaching others in any kind of way. So it's kind of like this person disciplines but not in the right way, right? Okay, what's round and round? Shit. Oh, okay, sorry. We have the Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, in the Tower, okay? So, round and round and round is like, it's like you got stuck in this time loop of like constantly being attacked, like again and again and again and again and again, right? Or having major towers again and again and again and again and again. You got stuck in a timeline loop, okay? Where you were always, and this could be like over many lifetimes, okay? And you were always in a lack mentality, or people were taking from you and leaving you, you know, all alone and with nothing. Page of Wands, possibly with children, right? Took everything from you and your children, left you with nothing. And, right, and it's like, okay, and it's like, and putting you in the tower, but you didn't realize until it was too late, okay? You didn't realize that this was a pattern, okay? It's a pattern. And you didn't figure out the pattern until it was too late. But somehow, some way, this lifetime, you figured it out beforehand and were able to prevent it and turn it around, right? And that's also why this Page of Wands is here. You freed yourself from this by making different decisions, because Spirit came and told you, hey, look at this pattern, look what's going on here. And they warned you in order to help prevent, because we were talking about that too, right? Protection is prevention. Spirit came to help prevent this cycle from repeating this time, right? And so we also need to be trying to make sure that we are going and helping others to do the same, you know, prevent their repetitive, you know, patterns, and make sure that everyone gets raised up, okay? Right, okay, so part of our job, right, Spirit helped us, so now we're supposed to go and help others. Spirit helped us realize our patterns, okay, and break that cycle, and now our job is to try and help others do the same, and to help get them out, right? Like I was saying about like the women and the children, right? All right, what else? Wizard, whipping boy, yeah. Okay, so we have Not It, PTSD, and Silver Lining. Okay, so yes, we do have like being stuck in these cycles of abuse, okay? It causes PTSD, right? Okay, not just, you know, for the parents involved, but the children as well. And like I was saying, it's like these children grow up and they still have all this undealt with issues, right? Like PTSD, and they don't even know, right? But the silver lining is that it's like not it. It's like not anymore, right? We're not going to allow this to happen anymore. We're going to start taking action and breaking these cycles in our own lives and then others, okay? And this is causing, we've already, this has already started. It's already having an effect, whether you realize it or not. We've already begun the timeline jump, okay? Wizards, okay? One of the things that I'm getting is that, like, you know, these dark wizards, okay? The dark wizards and warlocks, if you know what that is, have been trying to keep these women and children stuck, right? In these vicious cycles, because they want their dark timeline. They want, you know, they want things their way, basically. And so what we're doing is we're freeing these innocent women and children from these abusive, like, wizards that, like, whether they realize it or not, they're energy manipulators, okay? Wizards. And the problem is that, you know, they're doing this energy manipulation, this magic, to benefit themselves and only themselves, okay? And that's like the terrible timeline, okay? All right, so there's that. I hope This is making sense. I know it's really out there, but that's why, you know, when you get to this level, you have to unlock your mind. You have to open up to all possibilities, to the fact that anything is possible, and that if you don't believe that, you're only restricting yourself. And that if you believe all things are possible, then everything becomes possible. Sticker. Okay. You want me to pull a sticker? Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Do best what you do best, and eventually they will notice. Okay? So it's like doing your best in your own life and trying to help other people, and eventually you'll start seeing, you and everyone else are going to start seeing, you know, the effects of that. It's going to be noticeable. Okay? Is there enough in me for you? Can I fill what you long ago swore would forever remain empty? Tyler, not Gregson. I'm getting a little bit of that like dark wizard abuse here, in that like telling you that you're never going to amount to anything, you're never going to get out of this, you're never going to do this, you're never going to do that. And it's like, even the world may have told you that in some way, shape, or form, right? And it's like fighting back against that limiting belief and saying, no, I can do whatever I want. I can be whatever I want, and I'm going to do it. Okay? Like you don't define me kind of thing. All right? And don't let anybody tell you that you can't change the world, because you absolutely can. Right? Okay? And mental health matters. Okay? So this is about, like we were talking about, like with the PTSD and the kids that are growing up, you know, wounded. It's a lot about changing the timeline. It's about changing the mind. Okay? It's about healing the mind. Okay? Because mental health matters. When everybody is in a point, in a place where we're all more mentally healthy, then the whole world is going to be a better place. Because part of the reason it is the way it is right now is from systemic abuse. Right? Same way mental health matters. Healthy mind, happy life. Okay? I only got one more. I only got two more. Yeah, your feelings are valid. Right? It's like, forever we have been suppressed. We have been taught not to feel, or that our feelings are not valid, right? Okay? And we're changing that. We are allowed to have feelings. We are allowed to express our feelings. And guess what? We are allowed to get justice for the things that other people have done to us, to hurt us and harm us. Yes, we are. Okay. Okay. So let me just see here. I get a couple more of this one. Look at that. Changing the world one decision at a time. Changing the timeline one decision at a time. The timeline for the whole world. Okay? Like I said, don't let anybody tell you that you can't make a difference all by yourself, because you can. All you have to do is start making better choices in your own life. And that alone has an impact on the world. You are destined for greatness. And if you believe it, then nothing can stop you. Coming soon. A whole new world and life awaits you in this life. You don't have to wait till you die to go to heaven. You can bring heaven to earth. You can bring it to this life. All you got to do is start making better choices. Jumping those timelines. Become a timeline jumper, okay? I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And I hope that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel. And like I said, my information is in the description box below if you'd like to reach me. Bye!